Alright everyone, hello there and welcome to our first update podcast of 2019, January, and I am here with Joe to talk about some upcoming music and stuff that's gone on this month in our first month as a channel, so say hello.
Yep, alright guys.
So
Today we're going to be talking about upcoming music with us, and we're also going to be talking about my new EP that was just released the other day. I'm really happy with how it turned out, so hopefully other people enjoyed that. We're also going to be talking about music by Tobias, his new singles and stuff like that, so yeah.
So I think the best place to start is with the big elephant in the room. I think we should start with Joe's new album. So we should probably go through, if you haven't seen the album already, the full video is available on the channel. You can just look at that anytime you want. So if you want to talk a little bit about it, if we go and have a look at the track list, there are a couple of names that stand out. If I bring up the Dojo Studios channel, there are a few names that stand out on this track list. So, for example, the first song on the album, The Awakening, is definitely like, it was weird because you put that out like in the middle. Was there a reason you did that, or was it just because you just put that, like it was just one of the songs that you wanted to put out and you just put out whatever you thought was most important first?
So yeah, basically that's the first song on the album. It's fairly short, but it's one of my favourites because I think it's a nice way to open the album with those heavy, like high beat drums, like really loud drums. So I think it's a good opener. I released the other two short ones last because I thought they were like a bit more low key. So even though I still enjoy those, they're kind of just like midpoint tracks. So then I don't think they stood out as much as The Awakening. So that's why I put that shorter one out before the other two shorter ones.
So if we just play a little bit of The Awakening, I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but if we just play a little bit here. It's definitely a heavy way to open up the album, but it's actually probably up there with my other favourite song on your album, which is Nighttime. So what was you thinking when you were composing Nighttime? Was there a theme in mind, or?
Yeah, so I was on the piano like one morning and I was just thinking about like different chord progressions, and then I came up with like this really nice chord progression. I was like, I should make a song out of this, so I quickly recorded that. Then I came up with another thing that I did for the middle bit, so I was just messing around really, and then I came up with Nighttime, but I'm really happy with how that one turned out, so yeah.
Okay, bro. And of course you have loads of other songs which are all brilliant. You should definitely go check out the album. It was pretty great. But let's talk about Life, because I think if we don't talk about Life, then that'll be a problem. It's the longest song on the album. It's kind of weird. I think you were definitely going through with a theme of inconsistency, if you know what I mean, because you have loads of short songs and you have one massive song. And I think that's something.
But I like to say Life, it's not just like one full song, because even though it is one song, obviously, like it's kind of separated up, because it starts with that one main dog theme with like the high reverb trumpet and all the drums and stuff, but then it goes into like a more happier feel with like the electric ukulele. So it's kind of like two separate tracks mixed into one, but I thought they both kind of fit in well together, so that's why I put it as one track.
Well, yeah, I totally agree. I think the mixture of the dark tones and the bouncy rhythm in near the middle of the song, I think it actually lives up to its name, and things get happier. I think the song is definitely one of the I think it's the one most worth listening to, even though Nighttime is in my opinion, obviously, my favourite song on the album. I think Life is the one that best represents Joe as an artist, but the whole thing is available for free on Dojo, so that's fine.
And I'd like to talk about the song Ultimate Happiness, because that's also one of my favourites, and that can actually only be found on the full-length album video. Like, I haven't released that as a single yet, but there's actually a reason for that. That's probably one of my favourites on the album, so in a couple of weeks or so, that's actually going to be coming out, but it's not come out yet because it's actually going to be released as a music video, so hopefully people are looking forward to that, so I'm working on that at the moment, so yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's a bit of nugget of information right there. So yeah, we've talked about that now. That's brilliant. There was also today, at the time of recording this, though probably through editing it will be a couple of days ago, there was a song by Lacuna, Slumber, which was a reimagining of one of our old songs which we had before we turned to Dojo. It's basically just the same beat but re-recorded. It's pretty good. I mean, most of our Lacuna videos are the most liked on the channel, so it was nice to put another one out and see what other people think. So yeah, that was great.
It's definitely one of the more out there songs on the channel. Like, it's got those very strange, like, synthy, almost like air horn sounds. It's very, very loud, very high up in the mixed bass. Like, it's kind of like a more, if controversial is the word, like a more controversial beat. Like, it's not the regular sort of beat. It's like very different to all our other songs. So
yeah, it's interesting is probably the best way to describe it. It's not like the other songs on the album. I definitely agree with that. It's mostly because that song, when I wrote it, it took me a bit longer than usual to write because it definitely meant more to me. It's talking, I like to think it talks about, you know, my own issues that I have with being accepted and social, and like just being social all the time. I think that and I Don't Wanna were the two of my favourite songs because it talks about topics that are so personal to me, and that's where I usually find the inspiration for that to come from.
Yeah, so talking about you for a second, I'd like to actually move the topic of conversation over to your new song that was released a bit ago called Toy Knives. So I'd like to hear what the kind of backstory about that is and how that got created. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, Toy Knives is basically what about a member of Lacuna named Angel. She plays keyboard. And the fact that we've been friends since childhood. That song is basically just about the fact that, you know, no matter what, I'll be there for you, and hopefully you'll do the same for me. It's about that friendship between us that we can't really replicate anywhere else. The ukulele beat is actually an amalgamation of all my sort of favourite things, like the E7 chord, which is played at the end, is my favourite chord on ukulele, which sounds kind of off topic, but I try to do as many things that I like in this one song because I think it works the best for the song itself. So yeah.
So nice. Yeah, so I was actually quite happy to hear that because, as you know, with your solo career, up to then we'd only heard covers, so it was nice to see, away from Lacuna, what you'd actually be able to create with your own style and your own music, so I was really happy to see that one come out, so yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm working on an album that should be coming out soon. Currently working on a song as it is. I'm definitely going to be able to say that it's going to be different to what we've heard before. If you know my voice and what I've done on the channel, like my covers, it's going to be different, but I want to experiment with my style, so hopefully it will come across as good, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So, I think finally to round off this little update podcast thing, we should talk about what's coming up, like what we're planning to do in the future. So obviously I've just said about my new album. I might get like another couple of singles out in February, hopefully. And obviously more covers. We're always trying to get for that nice daily content. Have you got any plans for February, Joe?
Well, so with Lacuna, we're working on the Paradox EP, so I think there's going to be like 2 or 3 more songs coming out with that.
Yeah.
And for my solo career, I'm actually going away to Canada soon, so I'm hoping to get some footage from when I'm there for maybe some upcoming music videos or something like that. So I thought that'd be useful time to get some pictures, maybe for album covers and content for music videos and stuff like that. So with that might come new music to go along with that. So I'm looking forward to what's coming up in the future with that. So
yeah, brilliant. Just quickly before we end, I do want to say that one, big thank you to Joe for coming on, helping me with this podcast and this update video. And 2, we are going to be putting up some interesting content within the next month, which I'm actually really excited about. It's the project that we've both been working on for a couple of weeks now. And that should be done soon. I'm so excited to share with you guys what we've got coming. So yeah, thank you very much for listening, and
thank you guys.
Yeah, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.